Hi, welcome to our July 2016 Park City Market Talk webinar. I'm Ron Wilstein, a broker at Keller Williams Luxury Properties here in Park City, Utah.
And I'm Kathy Leitzke, a buyer's representative for the Wilstein team.
And we're here to give you lots of great news about what's happening in Park City. So let's talk about what our topics are for the day, Kathy.
All right, so in 2016 we have another very active summer here. A lot of guests, a lot of people, a lot of fun activities.
That, of course, includes the 4th of July parade in America's #1 favorite town. We're going to give you an update on the Park City real estate market, of course, as we do each webinar, dealing with prices and number of sales.
And we're going to look at Vail Resort and the Park City trademark discussions that are happening around town.
That's right. This is the latest discussion in Park City, so I'm sure it will be of interest to you. And then finally, we're going to wrap up with a segment we like to do every 3 or 4 months called Lightning Fast Facts. What we're doing is we're isolating key marketplaces and in 30 seconds or less giving you a quick blurb of information, moving on to the next one. So it's a lot of information coming at you fast and pretty much gives you a good profile as to the Park City and Deer Valley real estate market. So with that in mind, what do you do during the summer here?
You know, my favorites are hiking, biking, as well as golf. It's just a fun time to be outside and enjoy the great outdoors.
It really is. You know, most people come to Park City, at least originally, because of the skiing or the snowboarding, and then they stay because of the water sports, the hiking, the festivals, the concerts, lots of things. So if you haven't taken advantage of that, by all means do so. We had the 4th of July parade. Of course, that followed after the wake up early in the morning and run or walk 5K. I was there.
You know, I was there too. I actually watched my husband run, but I did bike 10 miles into town to watch it. So there you go.
That's right. And my wife and I participated in that, and it was a lot of fun. And then we made our way over to the parade, and it was packed with people, packed with festivities. There was lots of fun. You always see a lot of your friends there at the parade. So check that out if you haven't. It keeps growing every year, however.
It does.
And then there's lots of activity at the park. Well, let's turn our attention to the Park City real estate market. Over the past 12 months, we have had 1,322 sales in Park City. This consists of homes, condominiums, and vacant land. This is all real estate brokerages combined, and it's down 110 sales, or 8%. Kathy, what accounts for this decline in number of sales?
You know, there's still a lot of interest in Park City. A lot of people are here. However, we're geographically confined, and there's limited inventory right now, Ron.
That's right. This graph here will show you a breakdown of homes, condos, and lots, and we're looking at the period of July 2015 through June 2016. The red bars represent the past 12 months and the silver the 12 months before that. And you can see the decline in homes, down 10% from 549 to 492 sales. Condos down 694 down to 654, so down by 6%, and then lots even down 7% from 189 to 176, mainly because of our lack of inventory, not a lack of interest in Park City.
The year-to-year comparison of home sales, again, we're comparing the Park City proper market, where the numbers are down 18%, and the Snyderville Basin, where the numbers are down 6%.
Shifting to condominiums, we see a 27% decline within the city limits. Dropped quite a bit, 390 to 285, but on a positive note, in the Snyderville Basin, the county area of Park City, the number of sales are actually up 21% from 304 all the way to 369. And that is because there's been more properties available to be purchased. So if there are properties priced well, they sell, and Snyderville Basin condos is a good example of that.
The year-to-year comparison of lot sales, boy, the numbers are low. We just don't have that much vacant land left in the Park City proper, and that's why those numbers are down from 37 to 23 lot sales in a year. Those are low numbers.
You know, eventually you run out of lots.
Yeah, you do. And in Snyderville Basin, we're seeing the same thing. Basically, we're flat from 152 to 153.
But this is an interesting graph we like to point out to you because this is average days on the market of closed sales. We're going back again year-over-year comparison, and you can see that properties are selling faster. Approximately 50% of our transactions are all cash transactions. When properties are priced well, they get gobbled up pretty quickly and they close in less than 3 months on average. So let's talk about prices. Kathy, share with us about prices specifically within the city limits and Snyderville Basin.
Well, I'll tell you what, the appreciation in our real estate values has been definitely on the upward swing. And we're going to start here with the median home prices, sale prices. And if you look in the Park City proper area, you'll see they're up 15%. If you look in the Snyderville Basin, they're up 7%. And again, those numbers in Park City, the median price is over 1.5 million. And in the Snyderville Basin area, you see we're up over 900,000. So those are very healthy figures.
And turning your attention to condos, double-digit appreciation year over year in both the city and Snyderville Basin, climbing the city from the 544,900 all the way to 650,000. And the Snyderville Basin broke that 400,000 mark a couple months ago, 425,600, just keeps climbing. Now, sooner or later it starts to slow down, but limited supply drives prices up.
Sure does. Looking at the prices, the median prices for lot sales in Park City, they're up over 20% over the 700,000 mark. In the Snyderville Basin, they're up over 30%, over 400,000. So again, very healthy figures.
And do keep in mind, as we've already pointed out when we were looking at the number of lots for sale, you don't have a lot of inventory, particularly in the city limits. And so if you do a year-over-year comparison and let's say the previous year didn't have as nice of a location on some other lots compared to this past year, that can account for a huge increase. We just really want to point that out because we don't want you to think that you can hang on to your lot and that automatically means you're going to appreciate by 20 or 30% year over year. It depends on other factors that need to be taken into account. However, if you do have a lot and you're wondering about whether you should sell it now or hold on, let us know and we can do an analysis specific to that property and comparable ones, and then you'll have some helpful information to make a decision on. Okay, let's turn our attention to Vail. They seek the Park City trademark. This is what everybody's talking about. Bringing smiles to some people's faces, grins to others. I'll just start it off here. Park City, or Vail Resorts, applied to trademark the name Park City earlier this year, and this was done to protect the name from other ski resorts registering it, either nationally or even internationally.
So really, Vail Resort argues that people refer to the resort simply as Park City, and this makes sense to trademark the name. So in other words, if you're what they're saying is if you're talking to somebody and you're going to say, hey, I'm going to ski at Park City today, that's what they're talking about.
That's exactly right. But many business owners and others feel that Vail is simply trying to take more control over the town. And they purchased Park City Mountain Resort, the canyons, they combined it. They're having a huge impact in the town. And so especially those who've been here a long time are just kind of feeling the pressure of the big gorilla in the room, which happens to be Vail. The community is concerned if Vail Resorts is granted this trademark, will they try to limit and prevent other local businesses from using Park City in their names? And this is a big concern for many local business owners. You can see just by this slide here that many logo signage throughout town reflects, of course, Park City's name. That's what we're all about. And whether it's existing businesses or future businesses, they don't want to be deprived of this by Vail's actions to trademark Park City.
So Vail Resorts has publicly stated that they do not wish to limit non-ski resorts businesses from using Park City in their names. However, they've been unwilling to memorialize this in their trademark application and affirmatively allow continued use of the new Park City brand by other businesses.
Now, Mayor Jack Thomas and the Park City Council are opposing this effort on Vail's part just because they're not willing to put in writing that they will not prevent non-ski resort businesses from using the names. That's a hot item for obvious reasons, and so they're certainly discussing this and debating it. former Mayor Dana Williams, who served many terms here, that concluded in 2014, has been outspoken against Vail's acquired trademark of Park City, and in fact he, among 20 plus individuals or businesses, have already recorded or registered opposition. He feels that Vail is attempting to take a name away from a community and turn it into a corporate logo, and the name connotes a lifestyle. It connotes, according to Dana, and I would agree, a sense of community that is beyond Vail. It's even beyond Park City Municipal, and so this opposition is coming from people who are concerned not only to protect businesses and the use of the name in their livelihood, but also the sense of community. So it'd be interesting to see how this all fares itself. There's already been one extension on this application before the patent division of the U.S. So the city is filing another extension, or attempting to, for another 60 days, in the hopes that they're going to be able to discuss this and come to some resolution. But in the meantime, the city is going to submit a formal opposition to Vail's trademark application. Well, that's what's happening in Park City. You can't have a small town without a little bit of scandal going on. We'll keep you posted on what happens next in future webinars. And with that in mind, let's go to fast facts. Lightning fast facts. Can't say it 3 times. Anyway, we're going to just bust our way through this, give you some details. You'll be able to see some patterns maybe emerge, and we're looking at the hottest neighborhoods for homes and condos.
Great. So, single-family homes in Old Town. 49 homes sold this year compared to 58 the year before. The median sold price is $1.35 million, which is up 14%.
That's right. Over the last 12 months, we'll keep looking at all these 12-month reviews. Thames Canyon still inside the city limits. Same number of sales, 12 this year compared to 12 the year before. But look at that, price increase 31%. Median sold price in Thames Canyon is $1,685,000. Now that also includes the Iron Mountain area and Aspen Springs Ranch.
Right. The next area is Upper Deer Valley. 13 homes sold this year compared to 11, and this one is huge. The median sold price is over $7.4 million, which is up a whopping 97%.
Wow.
Yeah, huge. And Ron, that's due to what?
Well, it's due to a couple things. Of course, the Stein Erikson residences have been selling. There's been 5 sales over the last year. They're a huge addition to the market, and they sold for the low end $6,725,000. That's bargain basement Stein Erikson residence, all the way up to $8,920,831. So that accounts for it. And then, of course, there was a huge sale of a home in Evergreen. What was it? 10 million. Or 11,500,000.
Yeah.
So that just kicked that up, and we'll keep an eye on that. If that repeats next year or in the quarters to follow, that's really significant.
It is.
But Upper Deer Valley, hot.
Yeah.
Related to that is Empire Pass. 4 sales. Now that may not seem like a lot, but the year before there was 1, so it's a 300% increase. And again, look at the price. Medium sold price. Just 4 properties we're comparing here, but $6,982,500, up 42% from the single sale last year. So keep that in mind. But Deer Valley's rocking.
It is. So shifting the attention now to the Canyons area, 11 homes sold compared to 12, and the median sold price is $6.2 million, which is up 13%.
Nice. Silver Springs area, very popular neighborhood. Sales down slightly just because of lack of inventory, 38 sales compared to 41 the year before, but that drove prices up. As we reported earlier, $930,000 is the median price, up 19%.
In Summit Park, an area that's been pretty sleepy for the last few years, 31 homes sold compared to 32, and the median sold price is $549,000, which represents an increase of 14%.
Then turning to Jeremy Ranch, not far from Summit Park, 45 homes sold, 3 more than the year before. Median sold price $875,000, up double digits, 16% from the year before.
Promontory, 63 homes sold compared to 48 for a 31% increase. And the median sale price was up 15%. Now we're looking at a price that's $1.785 million.
Now, it can't help but jump out at you to see the increase when we saw either level or slightly decreasing number of sales. Promontory's been getting the attention, new homes are being built out there, and prices are going up.
They are.
Now let's take a look at condos. Turn our attention to Old Town. Actually a decrease in the number of sales, significantly 100 condos this past area. And Old Town is Old Town and kind of the resort area, base area, from 147. So a decrease in number of properties sold, increase however 7%, with the median sold price being $446,000.
Right. The next area is Deer Crest. So that area adjacent to the Deer Valley Resort. 6 condos this year sold compared to 10 last year. But the big difference is that the median price is up 20%, and it's $2,775,000.
So, what's got to be jumping out at you, especially if you have been following this for years, is Deer Valley was, it was increasing, but it wasn't increasing in these great increments, but it certainly has been increasing. These are big numbers. Whether they'll maintain a flow in a year from now of increase in the same proportions, time will tell, but it certainly is nice to see the popularity and the interest in Deer Valley properties. Silver Springs area condos, 9 sold this year compared to 8 the year before, up 17%, with the median sold price $517,500.
Kimball Junction, 134 condos sold this year compared to 71 last year, an 89% increase. The median price is up 67%, and now the price is actually $380,000. So we've seen some new developments out there and just a lot of activity.
Yeah, we do need to point out that 60 of these sales were the new park residences, of course in a brand new price range, and that's what accounts for the huge increase in the number of transactions. Again, a good example, there was properties to sell priced well, they get gobbled up, and even in a new price range shot up because of that property. So it's somewhat skewed data, but accurate data for you to meditate on. Jeremy Ranch, 16 condos sold there compared to 15 the year before. Price is up 14%, median sold price $574,450. There you have it. That was pretty fast.
It was.
That was lightning fast. All right, we like to do that. We'll give you some more updates in the future on the areas that seem to be most active. And with that in mind, if you're curious how much your property may be worth, I want to show you how you can find out really easy. You can, of course, call us on the number that's on the screen here, or go to our website, our main website, BuyParkCity.com. Scroll down to the section on the home page, the main page, learn what your property is worth, and complete the form. Let me just show you that real quickly. Here's our home page. Go past the Start Your Park City search. Go there if you want to look for properties. Go past our webinars and some of our listings. Go to this section right here, learn what your property is worth. It will take you less than a minute to complete this form. Ask you a little bit of basic information about your property, and you complete your first name, last name, and email address, your full address if you want to receive our newsletters. And then when you have these choices here, choose that first one which says, contact me now for a free property value assessment. We will contact you, arrange a time to see your property, give you the information. There's no cost, there's no obligation. You don't have to be planning on selling, just wanting some information. We're here to provide that. Click submit form and we will get that and contact you. So it's just that easy. With that in mind, if you have any other questions, email Kathy.
Great.
Or you can email me. If you want us to give you a call, include your phone number, and we will do so. So with that in mind, thank you for watching our webinar. We appreciate it. We will give you an update next month, about the middle of the month in August 2016. And with that in mind, let us just get out of your way and watch a couple slides as we wrap up here.